Hi, it's Leslie Chamberlain. I wanted to do a real quick video just to encourage anybody who's struggling kind of like I am. I had a little wake-up call last night. I was watching a blog post that David Wood had just posted, and it was actually just a video. And um, the gist is basically, doing something new, doing something that you don't know everything about yet, shouldn't be a reason why we don't just do it. It's kind of like on the job training. Sometimes we learn the best when we're actually doing that very thing. Oops, sorry, there's the cat. When we're doing it, kids learn to tie their shoes by actually tying their shoes. There's certain things that I haven't been doing because I don't know everything about what I'm doing yet. And he made the comment that you have to do it as you learn it. Unlike a surgeon who has to go to school for years and years and years to learn everything he has to know before he makes that first incision, online marketing isn't a life or death situation. I may not be good at writing a lot of emails, but I want to tell you he's right. The more I write, the more I do broadcasts, the more I send emails, the better I think they sound. Personal opinion, I guess. I haven't actually asked the people on my list if they're getting better or not, but I'm just making that assumption. The one thing that honed in for me that he said, it's like don't don't sit there and hit the record button, or don't not hit the record button, double negative. Hit the record button whether you're ready or not. Hit the record button whether you've got everything together or not. Hit the record button on that video whether you're good with your words or not. He says you get better by doing. Reading books is going to help me fill in that gap between each email that I write. He was talking about this. Listening to good audio and all that personal development stuff that I listen to is going to feed me the stuff that I need to say in videos. So rather than trying to figure it all out and wait until I know everything about everything there is to know about online marketing, because if that were the case, I may as well just pack it up now. Go ahead and do it, whether I know everything or not, because when I make a mistake, I'm going to learn from that mistake, right? It kind of made sense to me when he talked about the videos. And I'm laughing because this is the second video I've made today. The first video ended up being about 3 minutes long. And really all it was a little bio for a marketing system that I'm using so that the people I refer into the system can meet me. And I just tell them a little bit about myself and a little bit what I do. And that video, I swear, took me 2 hours to make. I don't know how many times I hit the record button. It had to be at least 50, I kid you not, because I just wasn't getting my words right. I was nervous. I was afraid I was coming across as looking stupid or not knowing what I was talking about. Well, you know what? I don't always know what I'm talking about all the time, but I'm learning as I go. And the more I learn, the better I get, and the more, like he said, authority you have to speak as you learn these things. You make mistakes, you learn from mistakes, you move on. But I liked what he said about filling in the gaps with the books and the audio. I fill in the gaps with the good books so that with each email that I write, it gets better and better. I fill in the gaps in between each video that I do because the more I listen to other people speaking, then I'm going to get better at doing those very same things too. So this is my second video, and already I've hit the record button 6 times to start over again, and I'm forcing myself not to hit the stop button now and start over again. Um, what he was talking about last night kind of reminded me when I first got started in jail ministry, which was, gosh, probably 5 years ago now. The opportunity was presented to us to go into our county jail and do weekend services for the inmates. And the first time I walked into that jail, I was petrified. I had never been in a county jail. My husband had been one time because he took a DUI instead of me going to jail for public drunkenness. But that's a long story. for another day. Anyway, I had never walked into a jail before. And this particular facility, oh my God, it was dirty and it smelled bad. And it was in Florida and it was hot and the air conditioning was really kind of non existent. And I had never been in a room with inmates before. Um, but you know what? Every single time I walked in there and I taught a Bible study, I got better and better at it. I got more and more comfortable. I became more and more confident in what I was doing. Um, and I think some of it was the fact that I was seeing some results. I was seeing some positive feedback, but my confidence just went through the roof. I mean, I just felt confident in what I was doing. But anyway, long story short, how did I get there? I got there by walking into the jail the very first time and leading a Bible study the very first time and teaching the very first time and praying for somebody the very first time. And as I did it more and more and more and more, I became more and more confident in what I was doing. I don't know if that story really, I mean, it relates, but I mean, we're talking about online marketing. I'm sitting here not hitting the stop button on the video because I am going to overcome this fear that I have of people judging me or thinking, well, what does she talk, what does she know, or what does she, think she knows. I'm learning, and as I learn, I'm going to do. So, David, thank you for your video yesterday. Thank you for encouraging me because I really have not been doing some things in my business that I know I need to do out of fear of failure, out of fear of judgment. And I have to stop that. And if you're doing that, you have to stop that. If you want to be successful in this online business, the only way to do it is to not quit and just get in there and do it, whether you know everything or not, whether you're confident in your abilities or not, whether things are working or not. Just keep doing it, keep learning as you do. And one day, all of a sudden, somebody's gonna look to you as the authority. Somebody's gonna look to you as the expert in something. So keep doing what you're doing. Be encouraged because I was encouraged. I'm going to put the link below this video to that blog so you can watch it. And again, David is very intellectual. I couldn't for the life of me right now sit here and tell you how he explained it. But all I can tell you is he's right. Don't wait until you know everything before you start taking action. Take action now. You make a mistake, no biggie. Just keep going and do it again. Learn from the mistake and move on. Because with each and every mistake you make, you're closer and closer to succeeding. So here's to our success. I'm Leslie Chamberlain. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.